Hey everybody, welcome to Aural Fixation. Look at this. I am in a... forgot one simple step. Welcome everyone. How's it going? Welcome to episode 13. You may hear the sound of my screaming baby trying to get himself to sleep tonight. We'll see how this all goes. We're very excited to be here. We're so happy that you all tuned in live, maybe not live, maybe pre-recorded, maybe a playback on YouTube, maybe a podcast. We have a podcast as well, audio version of the show. My nugget of trivia for this episode regarding Van Halen and the brown M&Ms. So people, when they think they've heard of this story, most people think that it just means that Van Halen were being prima donnas. Oh, no brown M&Ms in our green room. But the story goes a little deeper. The tour rider, which is kind of a list of everything that the band needs, both technically and, comforts like, beers and foods and clean socks. It lists all the things that they need, including one of the stipulations was no brown M&Ms in the green room. What that actually means, though, is it's an indicator for the band to look more closely at the entire production. So Van Halen at the time was the first band to have such a big, complicated production. They had like a zillion semi-trucks full of gear, tons of crew, big construction, so much so that it was dangerous to the band and the audience if the riggers and the whole crew, the rigging crew, cut corners, missed some things. So they used the brown M&M stipulation as kind of an indicator to say, you know what, if there's brown M&Ms still in that in the candy bowl, I guess, in the green room, then we have to, that means they didn't follow every single thing to a T. So we got to look at this whole thing a lot more closely. Otherwise, the band could be in danger and the audience can be in danger. So they're not just prima donnas. I mean, they may be, but they're also, it was a smart thing to do. So that's Van Halen and the brown M&Ms. I think my kid went to bed. Cool. And without further ado, no, he's still there. Without further ado, I'd like to bring on our host, Mr. Dusty Kratz.
Yo, 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 yo!
Hi.
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. I was thinking brown M&Ms weren't the only thing that were brown over there at the Novak household.
What else was?
Oh, maybe that's why Elliot's mad. I was just throwing it out there. Baby jokes. Baby jokes.
Okay. How you
How's
doing,
life?
Pal? That's great.
Good. Yeah, I'm good.
You look very well lit.
I got a new light. It's. I see what talent complains about.
High intensity.
Yeah,
I turned it down. Diff in front of that. Cut it down.
Yeah, next time.
Hey, do you want to see what happened on last week's show?
More than anything.
Hey, Josh and WJ, you guys there? You want to recall with us what happened on last week's show?
I think this was 2
I would love
weeks
to
ago,
recall
my
with
man.
you, Dave.
This is not the right one. This is not the right reel.
This is the Halloween one.
Man,
What
we talk
times
about this
we
one?
You know
have?
what?
We're
With
gonna
the
do this one
election-
again?
With the election timeline, it feels like Halloween was just a
Yes.
week,
This episode was
Can we
10
talk
years.
about this episode again then?
Yeah,
Recap?
absolutely.
Look at those costumes.
I love the complete irrelevance because no one on the show saw it.
Remember what a fluffy bear I was?
You were a Pokemon.
Oh man,
You know what?
I'm just batting a
Set the
thousand here.
precedent. Okay, wow. Look at the 4 of those sexy guys, though.
What happened
You guys
on
are
last
great.
week's show? I'll tell you what happened on last
Cheers.
week's show. Bryan Rolli came out the winner.
He sure did.
New
did.
champ.
Impressively.
Yeah, Jason made a good run at it. It came down to them in the final round, and with a little back and forth, Bryan came out on top.
That's right.
Can't get any better than that. And it was tight. I will say, last week the whole game was tight. It wasn't like one or two people pulled away and then there was like a catch up. Everybody, every step of the way was pretty tight, which I have a feeling it's going to be kind of the same way this week. Which
Got some heavyweights. Got some heavyweights.
I'd agree. It seems like it.
Should we get
I think
to it?
that's a couple weeks in a row
Let's
where we
get
had
to
a really
it.
tight
Let's do it.
contest. That was nice.
All right.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Going for 3.
Hey, Dusty,
right.
have a great show.
Have a great
Thank
show.
you very
Dusty.
much. You
Have a great show,
gentlemen.
Dusty.
Thank you. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Aural Fixation, episode lucky number 13. If this is your first time, I'm sorry if this is your 13th time. Thank you. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe. We'd love to see you week after week. In this being week 13, we have literally done this consecutively for 13 weeks in a row. And I'm fairly certain there's not anything else in my life right now I've done with that fervent consistency. So self high five, except staying married. That's good. I've done that in COVID times, which is hard, I hear. Anyway, I'd love to introduce this week's contestants. First and foremost, and most formidable. Our returning champ is an Austin-based musician and music journalist for Forbes, Billboard, and Paste, some publications I've never heard of, who specializes in pop, hip hop, and heavy metal. What's up, my man?
What's up, Dusty? Delicious. Glad to be back.
Yeah, man. Glad to have you. I love the Maiden shirt.
Oh, thank you. This is from their San Antonio date last year.
Nice. That is one band I own probably 6 of their live DVDs, and I've never seen them.
Oh man,
I don't know why.
Got to make it a priority as soon as live music starts up again.
I know. I'm a fan. I just haven't done it. But how did you spend this last week preparing? Did you lift some mental weights or do anything exciting?
I lifted some mental and physical weights. I'm actually reading an 800-page Paul McCartney biography right now. So I can't speculate as to whether reading that this week actually is going to help me at all. But I was certainly learning plenty of trivia about one specific topic. So,
hey, man, if you luck out and one round happens to just be Paul McCartney related, you are in luck.
Yeah, I'll look forward to that one chance question.
Perfect. Well, thank you for coming back. Looking forward to seeing how tonight goes. And with that, I'd like to welcome our second contestant, Mr. Wylie Earnheart, who is a video editor and motion graphics artist working in the live music industry. He lives in Austin, Texas with his wife, Eleanor, dog, Leica, and their cat, Professor Precious. And he does his own live karaoke show just about weekly. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that, my friend?
Yeah, it's just a little fun little karaoke party because obviously nowadays it's harder to get people in an enclosed space, especially with an activity that expels lung aerosols. So I had to take it on Facebook, and we meet every Sunday night around 8:00. Most Sunday nights, not every Sunday night, around 8:00 Central Time. You have to friend me on Facebook. I guess I don't have any other way to get it to you. So
and. If I'm not wrong, you've been doing this longer than our 13 straight weeks. You started pretty early, like in April or so, right? Of COVID times.
I did. Yeah, I started. Right around April, I guess, March, right after kind of everyone went home from the office, and but I took a good chunk of the summer off because I did a little RVing trip, as a lot of people did.
Yeah.
Summer, but good to be back.
That's cool, man. Well, welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Look forward to it.
Absolutely. And our third contestant is Mr. Lawrence Mercado, a special effects makeup artist for film and television living in Los Angeles. Lawrence, bring yourself. Hey, what's up, my man? How are you?
What's up, dude? I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. Hey, so I see some pretty cool stuff behind you.
Yes.
But I don't quite see something from a little film you worked on called Black Panther.
I was in the silicone running side of things with them for that, and I went out to Georgia for about 3 weeks to work on that for some reshoots. It was insanely fun, and had no idea how big that movie was going to be, or just being a tiny little part of it. But no, we had a blast. Yeah, there's a couple of things behind me over here. But it was some random props I was got gifted by one of the prop guys on the set. We got really close to him, super nice guy. And it was just random, like throwaway things that I was just, I like collecting a lot of random stuff I've gotten to work on. And that was one of them that I was like, I'll just take this little thing, see what it is. And that movie just blew up as it should have. Like, it's an insanely good movie, an insanely well done movie. This whole area is just a whole lot of random things I've collected or have gotten from set that I've been on.
That's super cool. I work, when I do work, I work in the live music industry, and like a festival, I get to take home a little badge that's about this big. and I've got 9,000 of them on the wall. I don't get stormtrooper helmets, dude. That's awesome. It's a huge.
Those were personally bought things that I was like, I would love to work on a Star Wars anything. So if anybody out there listens, I want to work on the Star Wars thing. But I was in a band for about 10 years that toured a lot. So I have a lot of badges as well. And I've got a lot of random things. Actually went on a tour. I was a tour manager for a band called Girl in a Coma.
Yeah.
And we went on tour with Minus the Bear and Cursive. And those are two of my favorite bands.
Dang.
So from there, I got to keep all of those different passes and the tour pass and everything. And then when you're on set, you also get to have a bunch of random, passes to get through certain areas of the set. To do whatever.
Yeah.
You'll get to save those, but most of the time, those don't ever have the actual name of the show. So I think Black Panther was like Wild Kingdom or something while we were working on it.
Okay, yeah.
Which
is still cool.
Very cool. No, absolutely. super, super cool. Yeah, but it's a lot of hush-hush kind of things while it's happening. So, just to keep something like a little keepsake at the end is pretty cool.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you for spending your evening with us, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm stoked.
Yeah. And last and absolutely not least, thank you for your patience. Our final contestant is Mr. Matthew Lococo, who began composing and performing music at 10 years old. You look a little older than 10 now, so that's impressive. You're playing the viola, guitar, and performing in pit ensembles and rock bands, taking you nearly everywhere, which I would love to hear more about. And your main project is playing guitar and providing lead vocals for Transit Method. How's it going? Did I get all those things in there?
Yeah, man, you did.
You sound very busy.
Well, if I'm not busy, I don't feel productive, It's like something's wrong if I'm not busy.
That's fair. I would say though, with the amount of things that you're involved in, you're probably also very good or proficient.
It's subjective, I think. I'll let Bryan tell you if I'm good or not.
I can second that. I'll vouch for that. Matt and I both play in Transit Method together.
Okay, very cool. Very nice. And a question for you. You've played nearly everywhere. Where's your favorite place that you've played?
So I actually got to play in Italy when I was 16. I auditioned for an orchestra and I was super nervous. I was like, shit, like I just want to tour in Italy. I don't even care what the orchestra is at this point, But it was like a youth orchestra in Jersey. And I was 16 years old and I was like, whoa, I'm going to go abroad and play in all these like churches. And let me tell you, when you play in a symphony orchestra in a church, and you like let go of a note, you can like hear your note kind of like echoing around the church. And you're like, oh my God, that's me. It's pretty cool. So that was probably the coolest experience of my life. And yeah, I mean, I've played cool rock shows and stuff too, but I mean, being able to be 16 and go to Italy and play viola in a symphony orchestra is pretty dope. I loved it.
Yeah, that's incredible. There is definitely something about whether, you're on the production side or you're on the performing side, when you go into a venue that has history, especially like a church in Italy. I mean, those things, that's where the history comes from, right? Like, but even going into like a Madison Square Garden or something like that, it all hits you, it's definitely meaningful. Even like a little place like the Troubadour in LA, just walking in there and just seeing everything on the wall and it's all wooden and it's just, it's an incredible feeling.
Yeah, it was cool, man. It felt historic.
Absolutely. Like you've done something, right? Well, thank you all for joining us. And with that, we are going to let the games begin. All right. So for those of you playing at home, and just as a quick refresher with everyone here, here's how the game works. We have 4 contestants that we just met, 5 rounds, 10 questions per round, increasing in scores and increasing in stakes. And at the end of the day, we're just playing to have a good old time. And oh yeah, and I've just been reminded, a friend of mine in New Braunfels, Garland, had the idea to, in honor of Alex Trebek passing, it is not mandatory, but we're going to ask that all answers be presented in the form of a question, if you are so daring and willing. So with that, we're going to dive into round 1. Awesome. So as with every week, 13 straight, very proud of that fact. We're going to do cold hard facts, which is just general music trivia. Anything and everything goes here. 100 points for every correct answer, 50 subtracted for every wrong answer. Don't sandbag. Let's go for it. Here's question number 1. Only 2 artists in history have held the top 3 slots at the same time. Name either one. Lawrence.
Michael Jackson?
Incorrect, sir. Brian.
Who are the Beatles?
Yep, absolutely correct. And thank you for adhering to the non-rules rules. And the other is Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande.
Whoa.
Who knew? Yeah. Number 2, name a member of Destiny's Child that is not Beyonce. Ooh. Matt by a hair.
Who is Kelly Rowland?
Absolutely correct, sir. Well done. 100 points to you. Here we go. Question 3. This week, this Chicago group re-released their 1999 album Summer Teeth as a 67-track, 4.5-hour deluxe edition that Dave's still trying to listen through. So the album was Summer Teeth. Chicago group re-released it. Think about it. 3, 2, 1. Wilco. A little band called Wilco. Yeah, I didn't know that either, so don't feel bad. Question number 4. The phrase "It ain't over till the fat lady sings" is attributed to the final scene of a Wagner blank. I'm looking for the genre. Wylie.
Opera.
Opera is correct, sir. What is an opera? What is an opera? 100 points to you, sir. And Lawrence, -50. No problem, man. Still plenty of time. Number 5.
Movies I'm good with.
Well, you came to the right show, sir. Question number 5. What funk legend led police through a 2-state car chase in 1998, spending 2 years in jail as a result? Wylie.
George Clinton.
Incorrect, sir. Matt, was that
We all need George Clinton.
Lawrence?
Who is Bootsy Collins?
Man, a strong, deep guess, but absolutely wrong. I'm sorry, sir. -50. Anybody else? Funk legend, car chase, jail. Gonna call it James Brown.
I was gonna say that, but I was like, that can't be.
He's too old for that at that moment, right?
Well, yeah. Go back and look at the tape. Anyway, number 6, nicknamed Lady Day. This singer gained popularity before World War II and had a biopic film made about her life that starred Diana Ross. Ooh.
This is before my time.
I think it's before all of our time.
The answer is Billie Holiday. Billie Holiday. Man, we're going for broke on this round. Number 7.
Pretty easy round, right?
Not necessarily. It's just general. Yeah. Here's number 7. Surely someone will dive in on this. This 1964 song popularized guitar distortion when Ray Davies sliced the speaker cone of his amp with a razor blade to change how it sounded. Wylie.
Lola. What is Lola?
Lola is incorrect. Brian, did you ever sign up? Yep.
Yeah. What is You Really Got Me?
Yes. And you really got 100 points. Well done, sir. Well done.
Man.
Number 8. The Psychedelic Furs re-recorded the title song for this 1986 John Hughes film. Wasn't before your time, Matthew. I don't think. Maybe. Might have been like right around birth-ish. Lawrence.
I'm sure I know.
I'm just gonna say this because my now goal is to be the negative on this show. But what is Pretty in Pink?
That's correct. You failed at your goal, sir. You're back at 0. It's movie related. You failed it. No, you're fine.
No,
you're fine.
We're good. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll just tell my kids that earmuffs tomorrow. It's fine. Well done, sir. Back at 0, and no harm, no foul. Number 9. 2 more in this round. This Vermont-based four-piece formed in 1983 has performed at Madison Square Garden 64 times. Matt.
Who is Fish?
Who is Fish is absolutely correct, sir. Well done. Look at that. See? No problem. And
y'all know where I come from, I guess.
Oh, did I hear a band with insanely talented musicians? Oh, yes. I'll take that one. And the bandmates, 200. Little rivalry going on here. I like it. Last question in this round. This 23-year-old Grammy-nominated R&B singer's stage name is a, Dave swears this is a real word, backronym, meaning having everything revealed. Lawrence. Yes, you got it.
Wow.
Well done, sir. I'm not that surprised that you got it. I was just surprised anybody got it. Yeah. Well done. 100 points to you, sir. That closes out our first round. Everyone came out pretty much unscathed. Bryan and Matthew at 200, Lawrence at 100. Wylie, goose egg's fine, man. You got plenty of time. And before we move on, Bryan, take a swig and drop some knowledge bombs on us, please, sir.
Cool, will do. So this week's trivia brought to you courtesy of the Beach Boys. Back when they were recording Smile, the highly anticipated follow-up to Pet Sounds that ended up taking almost 40 years to bring to fruition, they were working on an elemental 4-part suite. The first part was fire. And so to get everybody in the mood and to get the right vibrations in the studio, Brian Wilson made everybody wear firemen's helmets while they were in the studio. He brought in a bucket of burning wood in order to get the smell of fire in the studio during the recording. Ultimately, like most of the sessions, it wound up being a disaster. They learned later that shortly after the recording, a nearby building burned down, and that freaked out Brian Wilson. He thought that the song had evil witchcraft powers, and that event ultimately led to them shelving the Smile sessions, kind of exacerbated his psychosis at the time, and was pretty much responsible for them not actually completing the Smile album.
Wow. That's crazy. I knew that it took a massive amount of time. I didn't realize that was kind of like the catalyst to get that all going.
Yeah, I imagine, almost all the sessions were kind of disastrous, but I think that was like the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah. I will share 2 very quick Beach Boys stories. One, saw Brian Wilson and the Beach Boys, which is not the Beach Boys, right, anymore. It's like Brian Wilson's thing with one other original member. And then, anyway, fantastic. Bass Concert Hall, like brought tears to my eyes. Good. Then I go to NAB, which is a video production, TV production, Las Vegas event that happens every year. It's huge. And we're there all day. My buddy Sean from New York worked at a camera shop at the time. And he said, hey, meet me at this hotel this time. We're going to see a concert. And I'm like, cool. You can already see where this is going. But I'm standing outside and he said, hey, he's about to go on. Are you here? I'm like, yeah, I'm here. And he walks in. And so we walk in past the first part of security and they're like, hey, are you on the list? And Sean jumps in front of me and goes, yeah, he's on this list over here. So I go to that list and he goes, no, he just checked in over there. We walk in and I stand maybe 20 feet from Brian Wilson and the Beach Boys playing on a stage like this tall. And they just play an hour and a half straight. And it was one of the most mind melting. Like I could not, people were like, you want to drink? You want to go and come back? I'm like, no, this is like, I don't know. It was transcendental. Yeah. Once in a lifetime kind of thing. So anyway, lucky me. It was fun. But that brings us to round 2. So Matthew,
yes.
When were you born? If you don't mind me asking.
I was born in 86, so you were right about the Pretty in Pink thing.
Well, lucky you, because this entire round 2 is the year 1986 in music, my friend.
Oh, man, me and Bryan are going to be going at it for this one.
No excuses. And I think this was the year of everyone's 3rd album, apparently, in doing our research. For this round, 200 points for every correct answer, 100 subtracted for every incorrect answer. Let's get into question number 1. In February of 1986, Janet Jackson's third album drops, featuring 5 huge singles. Matt.
Yeah, I shouldn't have answered that fast. What is Control?
It is. That's absolutely correct. Well done, sir. I thought
you were, oh man, is he gonna ask me what the first single was or something?
I thought you were being sarcastic, killing it in this year, but okay, there you go. 200 points to you, sir. Here we go. Question number 2. On the same day, March 24th, these 2 albums are released. Name both artists. The albums are 5150 and Dirty Work. Matt again.
Who's Van Halen and who's Steely Dan?
Oh, just a bit outside. Incorrect. Wylie.
Can I take that back, or do I have to go? I guess I did. I don't know how that works.
The album's 5150 and Dirty Work.
See, I was gonna say Steely Dan as well, but then I remembered that that's on a different. That's not the name.
Yeah, I got excited.
Yeah.
Lawrence.
Take my negative 100, please. Thank you.
I'm going to steal that, but go. It was Van Halen. Who is Van Halen and who is AC/DC?
Oh, also incorrect. Bryan, you care to just throw your hat in the ring there? You're going to enjoy it.
I'm playing it safe. I only know the Van Halen one.
So Dirty Work was Rolling Stones.
Oh.
Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones. Yeah. But I appreciate everybody's noble attempts there. Well done. Well, I mean, not well done, but good try. Done. Here's question number 3. Again, 1986. On April 1st, this Dorchester, Mass boy band drops their debut self-titled album. Dorchester, Mass boy band. 1986. Lawrence.
Who is the New Kids on the Block?
Yes, absolutely correct, sir. The surprise on your face says it all. Well done. 200 points to you. Also in April of 1986, known for being the soundtrack of Chevy truck commercials in the 1980s and 90s, this Bob Seger album is released. Wylie.
No, the album. I'll just guess based on the song, but the song was called Like a Rock.
Like a Rock. That's correct, sir.
Okay.
Man, you could not escape that song with those commercials.
I know. I still see a Chevy truck whenever I hear that song. That's
yeah. I mean, that's marketing right there. And that, sir, gets you off the 0. There you go. Well done.
Right.
Question number 5. In May, the soundtrack to this summer blockbuster is released, featuring songs like Danger Zone and Take My Breath Away. Wylie.
Top Gun.
Top Gun is correct. I had to explain what Top Gun was to Mabry, my oldest, this morning. She's like, it just sounds like Captain Marvel, but without the superhero stuff. I was like, damn, is she right?
Actually, it's Captain Marvel stole that from them.
No, totally. I did explain that, but I'm like, man, are those
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's it's just a clean story that you're like, wow, that could have just been Top Gun 2 or something.
If only. We are getting a Top Gun 2 at some point.
True. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And they're doing the beach volleyball and everything, man. I mean, they're
it's already
out.
Remake.
We'll finally get that eventually, hopefully.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. Only, though, if we get such a killer soundtrack. I fully anticipate that. Here we go. Question 6. In July, Run DMC releases their third album featuring hits like My Adidas, Walk This Way, and It's Tricky. Still in 1986. It's tricky. Apparently, this question is pretty tricky.
Say it again.
I don't know the name of the album.
In July, Run DMC releases their third album featuring hits like My Adidas, Walk This Way, and It's Tricky. Wylie's out. He's like, I'm just going to take some water.
Yeah. Not my wheelhouse here.
3, 2, 1. Ding dong. Raising Hell is the name of the album. Raising Hell. Yep.
I was ready. I was like, oh, it's going to be something about Walk This Way, Aerosmith, and then you said it. And I was like, nope, never mind. I don't know.
See?
I don't know
See?
the-
You're on your toes. At least you waited, though.
Yeah.
You didn't jump in there because then, bad things happen. So number 7. In August, this artist releases his career-defining album, Graceland, a new foray into Afrobeat. Wylie.
Paul Simon.
Paul Simon is correct. One of my all-time favorite albums. And now Wylie's in the lead. Look at that. Anything can happen, folks. This is the land that dreams are made of. Question 7. In August, this artist... Nope, we're on question 8. In October, this band's third album, Rain in Blood, is released. Matt by a hair.
Who's Slayer?
Only if you say it correctly, though.
Who is Slayer?
That's the ticket. Perfect. Man, we shot a Slayer show, the final Slayer shows. I couldn't not say that just because it was just like everywhere you turn, it's just Slayer, Slayer, Slayer. Fans are...
There's a video of the live show here that I couldn't get to because we were working so late and I wanted to get tickets, but we couldn't. And a friend showed it to me on set and he was filming from the balcony and the whole pit that was going, it was the best because there was 2 guys in shark suits that were in the pit that were just going. It was so good. I was like,
that's awesome.
Is it the one at the Forum?
I think so. I think it was the one in LA. I don't know which. I don't know if they did 2 nights or just one.
They did 2 nights at the Forum.
Yes. Okay. So it was one of those nights. They all went, and then the next weekend came back and were like, "Dude, look at this video. It's so good." And you just see like the shark in the pit, like just the heads of the sharks. It was so good. Such a cool thing.
That's amazing. Yeah, we shot that show. Dave and I worked on that. It was pretty phenomenal.
That's awesome.
Yeah. 2 questions left in this round. Also in October of 1986, the album Can't Hold Back is released, featuring the song Take Me Home Tonight. Name the artist. I promised Dave I wouldn't sing it. Bryan.
Who is the outfield?
Oh, just a bit outside the outfield. Wylie.
Eddie Money.
Eddie Money is correct. Right on the money is more like it. 700 points for Wylie. Last question in this round. The well-seasoned debut album Hot, Cool, and Vicious was the first to attain gold and platinum status in the U.S. by a female rap group. Name the group. Bryan.
Who is Salt and Peppa?
Salt and Peppa is correct, sir. Well done. Well done. Let's see here. It's really small for my eyes. Wylie, 700. Matthew, 500. Bryan, 300. Lawrence, 200. It's still literally anybody's game. But before we move on, Wylie, do you have any interesting nuggets you would like to share with us, sir?
Oh, man, I feel so on the spot because I think you guys seem like you're really well researched, and this is just hearsay as far as I'm concerned. But I'm pretty sure that the guys who were in the band Toto did. Here's 2 things about Toto, and this is how it's not really well researched. I didn't know the guy's name. One of the guys in Toto is the son of composer John Williams, the great John Williams. The other bit about Toto is that they're all just amazing studio musicians. Between the band, they've got like hundreds of Grammys from albums that they appeared on. But one in particular that I really like is Trouble in Paradise by Randy Newman. So the song I Love LA, when you're listening to that song, is Toto in the background.
Very cool. I did not know that. On the spot. Come on. That's amazing.
Human nature.
And I love me some Toto,
And
especially.
I could all be wrong because I didn't research it. But yeah.
You know when I love Toto the most, though, Wylie?
When?
Doing karaoke.
Oh, yeah. I know that. I got a couple. Rosanna. Oh, this is another one I just found out. The version of Rosanna, the version of Rosanna that's on the album, that was the second take.
What?
Only the second take. They just put that together, like literally put it together and just like second take. So even the solos.
Jeez.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
To have that kind of talent.
I saw
Matthew's
Rick-
probably like, yeah, those are my people.
Yeah. Piece of cake.
So
I saw Steve Lukather play with Ringo Starr here in 2014 in the All-Star Band, and his solos during that show are some of the best live solos I've ever seen any guitarist play.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
just because I totally didn't have the name, do any of you know the name of the guy who's the son of John Williams? I should have researched this, but
John Williams Jr.
John Williams Jr. Yeah, James Williams, I think is his name. Willy Willy.
It's a little running joke. Well, thank you for that bit. I appreciate it. I always love talking Toto. Hit subscribe if you don't mind, if you haven't already. And real quick, I got to shout out Jenna and Sarah in the chat, talking up boy bands, looking to get in on that boy band action, which there might be a question or two in here. And previous contestants, Jenna and Sarah. And make sure and check out the Name 3 Songs podcast when you get a chance. After you've hit our subscribe, go hit their subscribe. All right. And that brings us to round 3. This, as you can tell, is a visual round. Isn't that cool? I just figured that out. Right now, we're going to focus on iconic fashion. And while you might think, I'm not really a fashion guy, Delicious, you'll see one of these pictures and you can be like, oh, that's why. So here we go. Can you name the face behind the outfit? 300 points for every correct answer, 150 subtracted for every wrong answer. Anything can happen. Here we go. Here's iconic fashion number 1. Lawrence.
Run DMC. Who is Run DMC?
Let's drop those emojis. Kaplow! Run DMC is correct. I don't know why. I get a lot of joy out of the emoji on the face. It's like it's just ridiculous. Well done, sir. 300 points to you. Here is iconic fashion number 2. Lawrence again with the quick draw.
Who is Prince?
Who is Prince? Let's see. Oh, it was Prince. Well done, sir. And now Lawrence is in the lead. Mr. Oh, I'm just going to be Mr. Negative. Just pull it away.
I'm good with visuals.
Well, fair enough. You'll be good for the next 7 questions. Here we go. Number 3. Lawrence again.
David Bowie.
Also, can you give me the actual name of this personality of David Bowie?
Who is Ziggy Stardust?
Bam! Double down. Love it. Well done, sir. And I almost said, here's number 3, David Bowie. I almost gave it to you. So I'm just so used to like reading what's next. So well done. Well done. Here's number 4, and I'm going to be silent. Lawrence again.
Man.
Who is Bjork?
Bjork is correct, sir. 300 points. See, everybody has a round that works for them. We try to keep it, mixed up. Here's number 5. Ooh, Bryan by a fraction.
Who is Lady Gaga?
Let's see. Yep, it's Lady Gaga. Well done, sir.
Nice.
You never know till the emoji's gone. It could be anyone. It could have been Wesley Snipes just hiding behind the meat dress. You never know.
I didn't even realize that was meat until like after I said. I just saw like I don't even know what I was looking at.
Well, you were right. So something pinged correctly. Yeah. All right, here we go with number 6. Lawrence.
Who is Marilyn Manson? Who we just did a music video for.
Oh, nice. Oh, and it is Marilyn Manson. What for a new song?
Yeah, I think it's called "Don't Something the Dead." Oh, I forgot what it's. We just my girlfriend did all the makeup and stuff for all the. You just got to watch it, but there's a bunch of blood and gore and stuff in it that he gets like shot and all these different things, and it's really cool. And I got to come in on the last day, and we made a kiddie pool full of blood that he just dumped himself in. And it was very surreal to be around him when he's doing his thing towards the camera. You're
right.
Like, oh, that's very Marilyn Manson-esque. Oh, that's right, that's Marilyn Manson. So it was real weird, but super cool, super nice guy.
That's awesome. And I would expect nothing less than a kiddie pool full of blood, to be honest with you.
Seriously, it was nuts.
Yeah. Here is iconic fashion number 7. Who could it be? Oh, Lawrence again.
Oh my God. Quick.
Who's Madonna?
Let's see. Oh, it's Madonna. You're absolutely correct. Another 300 points. 3 more in this round. Here is iconic fashion numero 8. Lawrence.
Who's Flavor Flav?
Let's see. Is it Flavor Flav? It is. It's Flavor Flav. And we had a hilarious conversation earlier. Can you imagine the hell that daylight savings time brings down upon Flava Flav. He's just got a giant walk-in closet full of clocks hanging there, and he's got to go, or somebody's job is to go turn each one to the right time.
I wish they would make a remake of Alice in Wonderland and he could be the rabbit.
Or the Mad Hatter, or like a combination of both.
That'd be good.
Synergy. David Lynch's Alice in Wonderland. I don't know what that was. 2 more in this round. Here is iconic fashion number 9. Lawrence again.
Who is Britney Spears?
Let's see. It is. It's Britney Spears. Wylie's giving up. He's got his arms crossed.
It's my stance. It's my
his ready stance. All right. Much to the glee of everyone but Lawrence, here's the final iconic fashion in this round. Lawrence.
Oh my gosh.
Who is Sid Vicious?
Incorrect, sir. Who is James Dean? Just kidding. It's Sid Vicious. Well done. Well, it wasn't quite a clean sweep, but
Oh wow!
You damn near tried. You damn near.
I'm about to lose all of this now, just so you guys know.
No worries. So just to recap for those of you playing at home, Lawrence, a little bit ahead with 2,900 points. Wylie at 700. Bryan with 600. Matthew with 500. Almost a sweep there, Lawrence. Anything can still happen. And guys, we're going to try something new. You are guinea pigs. We came up with this afternoon. So if it all goes completely off the rails, I apologize in advance. Hopefully not. This is a bonus round entitled Musictionary. Musictionary. So we're going to team you guys up. So first and second are going to be teamed with third and fourth. And you're going to, hang on, I'm going to explain. First and fourth will be together. Second and third will be together. We're literally going to play music-related Pictionary. And here's the thing. The visual round, you're going to play together. You're going to get different clues. Number 1 and number 2 will get different clues. I'm sorry. Number 3 and 4 will get different clues, right? Number 1 and 2 are guessing. Yes. And you get little bonuses. You get little bonuses that I'm going to tell you about. But here we go. Check your chat. Numbers 1 and 2. Numbers 3 and 4. Check your chat. Wylie.
Yeah.
Wylie and Matthew will be drawing. Check your chat. Give me a thumbs up that you got it. Don't say it out loud. Give me a thumbs up when you've got it in the chat. Thumbs up from Wylie. Matt, you got it there, bud? All right, thumbs up. Okay, so here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. And just to be clear, first and fourth place. So Bryan and Matthew, the bandmates.
When can we start?
I'm gonna let you know when you can start.
Okay. I was like,
All right.
Bye.
So
First and fourth.
I'm guessing Matt's.
You're guessing Matt's.
Okay.
I'm with Wylie.
Lawrence and Wylie are together.
Come on, Wylie.
By the fourth time we do this, it's going to be super smooth. Wylie, you might want to get a little bit closer, or at least be ready to like really hold it up in there.
I'll bring it up. Yeah, I had to kill my cam twist because it froze on me. But
Wait, so real quick.
Yeah.
We put this up when we figure out what it is, or
No. All you have to do is just say it.
Copy.
Yep. Okay. One more time. Bryan and Matthew, Wylie and Lawrence. This is happening at the same time. You have 30 seconds. Okay. Here we go. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, hit it. And you can hold it up the moment that you're ready.
I can't see.
Oh, Wylie, it's cutting out the virtual
Wylie,
background.
I can't see anything.
Kill the background.
Go back up. Back up, Wylie. Back up a little.
Oh, no. The camera's gone completely.
What is it?
Oh,
Go forward.
at 30
Still in
seconds.
heaven. Still in heaven.
President of
Yes.
the United States of America. Oh, American Pie.
1 second left
Yes,
and all the
yes,
technical
Bryan.
difficulties.
Did I say it? Did I get it?
You got it, man. You got it.
man, sorry, that was
God.
technical user error there, man.
Oh, boy.
Oh man.
Well, that was entertaining. So Lawrence and Wylie, you now get a freebie moving forward. Okay. You don't get a free positive answer. You can't just like put your sign up and get points, but you can throw your sign up. If you're incorrect, you get no points subtracted. Okay. So it's a little bit of a freebie, one time each. And we're going to let you know, if you look at the scoreboard, for those of you playing at home, there's a little asterisk. When that asterisk is gone, they have used up their freebie. All right. That was fun, right? It wasn't too chaotic.
Good job, Lawrence.
And speaking of Lawrence, pulling in the clutch, do you have any music trivia for us, sir? Or even film music trivia?
Dude, okay. I have 2 real quick film trivia things, if that's okay.
Absolutely. Go for it.
Okay, cool. I just found this out because we were talking about how with my girlfriend, we were talking about, she was asking like, has anybody ever like hated, a president or anybody that, what's going on right now? And I was like, yeah, I think Nixon was somebody that everybody was like, well, not too happy about when he was in the presidency or whatever, and did a lot of shady stuff, whatever. I just found out in 1972, before Saturday Night Live was a thing, that there was a movie that has never been seen. You can see it on YouTube somewhere, but it's called Another Nice Mess, and it stars Rich Little and what's the other guy's? Herb Valland, but Rich Little plays Richard Nixon, and the other guy plays Spiro Agnew, as vice president. The weird thing about it is it's a satire movie, but it's done in the way of Laurel and Hardy. Oh. So they don't do impersonations of Nixon and Agnew. They do impersonations of Richard Nixon as Laurel and Hardy, their voices, which is the weirdest thing. And it was directed and written by the guy who what's his name, Bob Einstein, who's Super Dave Osborne. Oh, wow. I don't know if you know. He was also in Curb Your Enthusiasm. Who's Albert Brooks's brother, randomly. I don't know if you know that too. But it was such a weird thing. It never saw the light of day, and everybody thought it was because of Richard Nixon not liking it. But it ended up being because the producers saw that final cut and were like, this is horrible. No, not putting this out. That was one. 2 is Day of the Dead. Have you ever seen that movie, the original one? There's a scene where the general at the end, the really shitty guy, the really bad guy, is getting his chest ripped open and everything. Those guts that were in there, you see everyone just kind of gagging and stuff in the movie, and the guy has his nose plugged because they went on a week of vacation while they were filming in that bunker, and all of the meat and everything, somebody unplugged the fridge for the actual guts that they were using over and over again. So they came back and there's like, well, there's no way we can get any more here because we're in the middle of nowhere. So they had to use them. So they waited right at the last minute to just throw everything in, cover it up. And you can see all the zombies don't ever bite into it. They're all just kind of going, and never touching it. Apparently the actor almost threw up numerous times and also had a throw up bucket next to him behind everybody because he was just like vomiting because of the smell. But those are my trivia things. Pretty nuts.
I appreciate that. Yeah, that is nuts. We actually talked about Day of the Dead, I think last week, or Halloween week too, talking about Romero stuff.
It's great.
Oh yeah, because I had Night of the Living Dead playing, and we were talking about Romero.
Nice.
Yeah. But well, thank you for sharing those little tidbits, and that brings us to round 4. Round 4 is entitled "The Kids Are All Right." Nepotism is nothing new in the music industry, and here's 10 questions about music royalty. 400 points for every right answer, 200 subtracted for every incorrect answer. Here's question number 1. The singer of the hit song "Don't Know Why" is the daughter of Indian musician Ravi Shankar. Brian.
Who is Norah Jones?
Norah Jones, correct. 400 points, sir. Well done. And quadruple digits. Yay, little flags. Good job. Tres Comas. Remember never mind. Here's question 2. His career in music began with Adam Yauch's record label, Grand Royal. He was determined to make a name for himself and not off his famous parents' names. Famous parents. You want me to reread that one? It's a little It's a little weird. His career in music began with Adam Yacht's record label, Grand Royal. He was determined to make a name for himself and not off his famous parents' names. And Sean Ono Lennon. That's the answer on that one. Sean Lennon. I'm not sure who his parents were, but apparently they were famous. Question three. This singer won an Oscar in the 70s for playing a nightclub singer in the film Cabaret and is the daughter of Wizard of Oz star Judy Garland. Ooh. Who could it be? Lawrence.
Who is Liza Minnelli?
Another film one. Liza Minnelli. Correct, sir. Well done, sir. And that takes you over 3,000. So, good job. Here's number 4. Her father is just as famous for his hair as his music. And along with his sister Noah, along with her sister Noah, she has proven to be a cultural icon in her own right. Brian.
Who is Miley Cyrus?
My text buddy, Miley Cyrus, is correct. It's a story for another time. But yes, Miley is correct. 400 points to you, sir.
You can't just drop that.
What are you talking about? What did you
tell?
Yeah. Well, our production company helped produce Save Our Stages Festival, which very important cause. Go support #Save Our Stages. And Miley Cyrus was one of the performers. Well, we did a line cut on site. And then I took that line cut, cleaned up a couple shots, put it out there, and then she had to review it. And then I got a note back saying, hey, would you mind if Miley texts you? She has some notes. So then it was her manager and her and myself texting. And, and she's in LA with you, Lawrence. So she's texting me, 1 a.m. It's like, if we could swap this shot. And of course I was happy to do it. And it was for the cause of making, the end product as great as possible, but just wild. Like telling my kids, oh yeah, Hannah Montana's texting me, and they're like, what? Oh my God. Anyway, that's that. And that brings us to question 5. Kind of. This New Orleans rapper's father, Master P, got him in the business when he was signed to a label at the age of 5. Master P's kid. And while you're thinking, to be clear, Miley was nothing but an absolute joy and pleasure. She was very nice. I feel like we need some waiting room music this episode. The answer is Lil Romeo. Lil Romeo. I know that was on the tip of everyone's tongues. Sorry, I had to cut you off. The timer ran out. Yeah. Here's question number 6. She once featured in a music video for her father's band, which also had a #1 hit for a major film in which she starred in 1998. Brian.
Who is Liv Tyler?
Liv Tyler. Let's get some positivity going. There's some points. 400. I love it. And that brings you to 1,800. Lawrence and Brian in first and second place right now. Question 7. The daughter of 2 90s punk icons who once said that she is actually not a huge fan of grunge, instead preferring Oasis and Nina Simone. Ryan.
Who is Frances Bean Cobain?
She will have her revenge on Seattle and you if you don't watch out. Well done, sir. That is the correct answer. Another
not
400.
quick enough.
You got to be ready, man.
I know, man.
Like, you don't just set it on the table and pick it up and feel like it. It's got to be like, yeah, there you go. 3 more in this round. Finding fame with the reality show The Simple Life, what daughter of Lionel? Lawrence.
Who is Nicole Richie?
It's not film, but it's TV related. Absolutely, sir. Well done. Oh yeah, you work in TV too. So, same diff. 2 more in this round. Both names or nothing. Okay. That's what we're looking for. Both names or nothing. One sibling starred in a film with his movie star father. The other showed the world how to whip and nay-nay. Who are they? Siblings. One was in a movie, one did music. Lawrence.
Who is oh my God. I just oh my God. If I say the last name, I'm just gonna mess it up.
Say the last name out loud, and then maybe you get the first ones. 3,
Willow
2,
and
1.
damn it!
Brian.
Who are Willow and Jaden Smith?
Jaden.
Damn it, Brian!
Jaden. I love it. I love it.
Did Willow teach us how to whip? I thought she just taught us how to whip our hair back and forth.
Yeah, that was that.
Ooh.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't know.
Oh,
Thank
I
you.
think that's correct. I think that's correct. Dave and Josh, can we give Brian 2,601 points?
Beautiful.
Man, good.
Yes.
Good call.
Thank
There
you.
go. You're welcome. It'll come in handy. Here's the last question in this round. We won't drag you out, Josh, and publicly humiliate you. It's fine. Last question. The son of folk rock royalty, who won a Grammy Award for Best Song for the song One Headlight by his band, The Wallflowers. Lawrence.
Who is Jacob Dylan?
Jacob with a K is correct, sir. And that propels you still in first place to wrap up this round. Brian in second place with 2,601 points. Wylie 700 points. Matthew at 500 points. And speaking of Matthew, you got anything interesting to share with us, my friend?
I do. I
Excellent.
have a piece of heavy metal trivia.
No.
So before Tony Iommi was in the band Black Sabbath, he was actually in a little known band named Jethro Tull for a hot minute. And he's in one performance ever with them, and it's a TV performance. It's the Rolling Stones Rock and Roll Circus, I think it's called. But I watched this interview with him, and he was talking about the experience, and he was like, it was just too calculated, man. I just wanted to jam. I just wanted to be, creating my own music and not like showing up exactly at 1 p.m. rehearsing exactly for 6 hours. It was like too organized, Instead, he wanted to, I guess, raise hell with Ozzy, Geezer, and Bill Ward. So pretty cool. He was in Jethro Tull for like a month before Sabbath.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Now, trivia back to you. Was he always missing a finger? Or did that happen later?
At that time, yeah. Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it really matters.
I think it happened like the day before or the day of. He decided he was just going to like pursue music. He was like, oh, of course, chop off my fingertips. That moment.
When
that it was for the better, it changed his life for the better.
Absolutely. And that reminds me of Dave's story about Ben Folds. What was he going to play? And he like broke his arm or something. He was going to play drums.
Yeah,
broke
he
his
went
arm
to school to play the drums, and the night before his final, he got in a fist fight with somebody and broke his hand. He couldn't play his performance final the next day, so he threw his drum set in the campus lake. Just taught himself how to play piano.
Wow.
Which raises the question, how is playing piano with a broken hand easier than playing the drums?
I mean, it's not, but I think the point was he was just like such a hothead that he threw his drums in the lake to like be done with it. And then tucked with his tail between his legs, went back home and I'll never play the drums ever again.
Dave,
I'm more happy that Stefan and Johnny just took 2 shots back to back because you came on screen twice.
Yes.
Little insider info. Lawrence, you were going to say something, sir.
I was going to say, because Dave would get this too. Dave, come back and let them take another shot.
Oh, you guys are screwed.
All right. So recently, just because it's a story that drummers, I don't know how many drummers are in this area. Who's drummer?
WJ as well, off camera.
One of our friends, makeup artist here, we were talking at a party, and her father, she was like, oh, I heard you're a drummer. And I was like, yeah, I was a drummer before I did all of this and, in between all of it. And she's like, oh, my dad's a drummer too. And I was like, oh, cool. What does he drum for anybody that I know? And she's like, yeah, do you know what Vanilla Fudge is? And I was like, Carmine Apiece is your dad? And she was like, yes. And my uncle, I forgot her uncle's name, but he also drummed for Dio. And for my birthday, She sent me a video of him being like, "Yo, Lawrence, how you doing? Happy birthday to you. I hope you're still jamming. There's a lot of kids out there that like rap. I'm glad you're still a rocker, doing your makeup thing too." And I was like, "Oh my
Amazing.
God." Then my girlfriend brought out another bag, and it was his used, chipped to shreds drumsticks that he just recorded with, and he signed to a rocker Lawrence. And I was like, "This is insane."
That's amazing.
Yeah,
It's such an LA story.
Oh, it was literally one of those like, oh my God, it's Carmine Appice. Like that drummer when I was little, I remember listening to Set Me Free, their version of it, and it was just like that, dun, 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 dun. Just a cool song, all in general. And I was like, it's really rad. Thought you might like that, Dave. Sorry.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And
So cool.
thanks for bringing me on and getting Johnny and Stefan just completely hammered. It was great. We have a couple fans that came up with their own drinking game. I'll have to learn more about it, but that's one of the ways it works.
We're not anything if not a vessel for drinking. Well, thank you for, oh Jesus, where were we? Matthew, for sharing the original bit of trivia there. And then, we sidecarred a bit. But anyway, that brings us to our final round altogether, gentlemen, in round 5. Round 5 is entitled All My Favorite Colors. I'm a terrible singer. Black Pumas, ATX. Let's get it. Anyway, the common thread of all of these questions is that the song names all contain a color in the answer. Spoiler alert, some questions may repeat. So just keep that in your mind. The color, the same color might repeat. Sorry. 500 points for every correct answer, 250 subtracted for every wrong answer. There are 5,000 points available in this round. So still, Wylie, Matthew, literally anything can happen. Do not give up on yourselves. And just as a reminder, before we move on, only our top 2 contestants will move on to the final round, in which there will be a bloodletting. So let's get into question 1. Simple, Skin and Bones love song and Coldplay's first top 5 hit in the UK. Ooh, Wylie by a hair. Yellow is correct. 500 points to you, sir, bringing you to 1,200. And going to question number 2. Signature song from Birmingham band Electric Light Orchestra, otherwise known as ELO. Also Wylie.
Mr. Blue Sky.
Mr. Blue Sky is correct. 1,000 points in this round already. Coming on up. Question number 3. The massive 2018 rap hit that helped make Cardi B a household name. Bryan.
What is Bodak Yellow?
What is Bodak Yellow? Thank you for continuing on the tradition there. And another 500 points to you, sir. Question 4. The English title of the German pop hit that reached number 2 in the US in 1984. Wylie.
99 Red Balloons.
99 Red Luft Balloons is correct, sir. And here we go. Things are getting a little tight here, if you know what I mean. Question 5. Title track from the 2006 Grammy-winning Amy Winehouse record. Bryan.
What is Back to Black?
There's no doubt there. You're getting it up there. I love it. Back to Black is correct. 500 points. Question 6. The only top 10 hit from the Grateful Dead, released in 1987. Matthew, just a mere year after your birth. Oh, Matt with the fraction.
What is Touch of Grey?
Touch of Grey is correct. Fish in the Dead, man. If this was a game show about jam bands, crushing it. Here's question number 7. The music video for this song features Billy Idol at a goth marriage ceremony. Matt also.
What is White Wedding?
White Wedding is correct. 500. Yeah, of course. Here's number 8. Things still very interesting. 1983 Prince hit about a one-night stand. Lawrence.
Is Purple Rain?
Incorrect, sir.
Oh.
Wylie, hang on. Wylie, did you have your sign up right after Lawrence did? Yeah. Wylie.
Yeah. Raspberry Beret.
Oh, no. Incorrect, sir.
Hey, that's my gimme. All right.
What is Little Red Corvette?
Little Red Corvette is correct. Damn, who knew Prince had so many color-related songs? Man, that was a toughie. 2 questions left. Somewhat anything can happen. Here we go. Question 9. The title track from the final album of 70s folk singer Nick Drake.
Silence.
One more time. The title track from the final album of 70s folk singer Nick Drake. The problem wasn't that you didn't get the question. The problem was that no one knew. And that brings us to the answer, which is Pink Moon.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's some deep cuts right there. So here we go. Final question in the final round altogether. And I'm just looking at points here. Bryan and Lawrence duking it out for second place. No pressure. No pressure. 1998 Offspring hit about a cultural identity crisis. Lawrence.
Is Pretty Fly for a White Guy?
Pretty Fly for a White Guy is correct, sir. Keeping you on top. Bryan in second place with 3,601. I told you that would come into play. Wylie in third place with 2,200. Matthew, 2,000. That closes out the official regular gameplay. Well done, everybody. Thank you. Hope you had a good time. Lawrence and Matthew, do not leave. If you wouldn't mind, though, please turn your cameras off. And we're going to let Bryan and Lawrence go at it here. Did you guys have fun? It's good times.
Yeah.
I appreciate that our returning champ back in the final round again.
I'm trying to claw on for week 3.
I love it. The hat trick is a thing. It's a thing to get. It's been done twice.
My wife, when I told my wife last week that I won, she was like, "Wait, this is bad because if you keep winning, you're just gonna have to do this every week."
Well, your wife is in luck in that we only allow 3 times. But
good. Okay.
But she's out of luck in that we're definitely going to have like a tournament of champions at some point.
Sweet.
Which, Lawrence, you could very easily be in that position too if you steal this.
Fair enough.
Just saying. So that brings us to our final round here. And we're going, which is, we're going to do a little graphic. Trains off the tracks at this point. Our final round is entitled Fact and Forth. 1,000 points awarded for every correct answer. I'm going to give you a prompt. We're going to go back and forth naming answers without duplication. If you're wrong, you're out. If you're remaining and you're behind, you can keep going until you win or you get one wrong. We'll start with the player who has the second most amount of points. So Bryan, our champion, a little behind. That's okay. We're going to start with you. Here's your prompt. Are you guys ready? You don't have to put your sign up or anything. Just a simple back and forth. And I'll try not to rush you too much. Name as many active record labels as you can. Bryan, go.
Oh, gosh. Geez. Columbia.
Correct. Lawrence.
Sony.
Correct.
Atlantic.
Correct, sir. Lawrence.
Capitol.
Capitol is a record label. Yes, sir. Bryan.
Warner.
Warner, indeed. Back to Lawrence.
Oh my God. Why is it so hard now?
Gonna give 5 more seconds.
Fox. I'm just gonna go with that.
We're gonna check that.
Probably
Fox
wrong.
Music is a record label.
All right.
By the skin of your teeth, sir. Back to Bryan.
Going indie here. Side One Dummy.
That is a record label. Back to Lawrence.
Chapel Hill.
Checking. there's a Chapel Records, not Chapel Hill Records. So it doesn't count. So here's where we're at. Oh, Brian's already up. So Brian wins.
All right.
There it is. I almost want to just ask how long can you go, but that I don't think that's fun for people watching at home. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it is. Well, thank you, gentlemen, both. Brian, congratulations on clutching win number 2. Well done.
Good.
Lawrence, man, you thought you weren't going to get any traction, and look at you now.
Dude, Lawrence straight up hustled everybody. He had us all wrong.
You can go on set now and just tell everybody, like, dude, I got second place in an online music trivia show that no one watches.
I mean,
That's
I don't
amazing.
know. That had to be one of the best like single rounds for any player you've had on this show. He went like 9 for 10 in that visual round.
Yeah, I think only Drew. I think Drew got 10 for 10 for one, didn't he, guys? Or was he 9 for 10? Yeah, he missed one. So it was on par with the best of the best, sir. So well done. I'm gonna ask Matthew and Wylie to come back on and bid us adieu. Gentlemen, thank you all for spending your evening with us. I had an absolute blast. I hope you did as well. Thank you for watching at home. Hit subscribe to all the things that these people are doing and all the things that your friends are doing. Support independent everything. And we'll see you here next week. Thanks for watching. But we're just hanging out until the music starts.
Sometimes I dream